Hey everybody, this is Rusty from the Wichita Falls Athletic Club. Today we're going to talk about time management and warm-ups. We have a really good video on warm-ups. Grant Barogi actually did this video a long time ago. It was the first video I ever edited for the company. It's a great video if you're new to weightlifting. It's a great video to look at if you're doing this by yourself to figure out how you should be warming up. If you've been doing this for a little bit, as far as weightlifting goes, if you've been weightlifting for a little bit, then you could, you know how your body responds to warm-ups. I've been lifting for a very long time. I know whenever I walk in, if a certain weight is gonna require me to warm up just a little bit longer. Generally, if you're doing heavier sets, a little bit more warm-ups. If you're doing more volume work or if you're on your NLP, you don't need to warm up as much. Time is valuable. I know me, having a toddler, time is valuable in the gym. We make it work really well, but I also don't want to spend 3 hours in the gym if I don't have to. Warm-ups shouldn't take the same amount of time it takes you to do your work sets. You should be able to bang through them real fast. If you have clients, you don't need your clients to warm up for 30, 40 minutes, right? It shouldn't take that long. And so what I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna run you through what my warm-up looks like if I'm gonna do a 315 for work sets, okay? So we're gonna use the actual time to tell you that you don't need to spend a whole lot of time, okay? All right, so what I'm gonna do first is the empty bar. We always start with the empty bar. If I walk in the gym and I know that I'm a little bit creaky, I'm gonna do 2 sets with the empty bar, 2 sets of 5 with the empty bar, and then I'm just gonna start loading pretty aggressively after that, okay? So, got the empty bar. All right, so I already know what my next warm-up is going to be. It's going to be 135. So I'm going to grab our Strength Co plates because they're awesome plates. Again, another shout out to Grant Barogi. And with these plates, with 135, I'm going to do a triple. Now, I know me, if I was going to be squatting in the 4s today, which I'm not, I would probably immediately go to 225. But since I'm just going to 315, I'm going to go ahead and load up 185 and do another triple here. All right. So now I'm going to move to 225. Around 225 is when I like to start putting on my belt. I'll wear it a little bit looser in the beginning, and I'll start tightening up as the weight gets heavier. Grab my belt. We've already done a belt on, or done a video on belt sizes. I'm going to be wearing a 3-inch belt today because I'm squatting. So now that the weight's getting heavier, I'm going to do 225 for just 2 reps. All right, so I'm getting pretty close to my work set. So I'm just gonna do 2 more singles. Do 75 for a single, and I'm gonna do 95 for a single. And then I'm gonna get my work weight on. Let's see, grab some tins. All right, so I'm on my last single. Now, if I was doing heavy sets today, because today's more of a volume day for me, if I was doing heavier sets, I would take just a little bit longer in between my last singles. Maybe take 2 or 3 minutes. But I know today's not gonna be that heavy, relatively speaking, so I'm just gonna go ahead and jump into my last single. And there we are. Done my last single. That didn't take maybe 5, 6 minutes, roughly. And now I can start my timer, do 5-minute rest, then I can get into my work sets. The whole point of this was to let you know that you don't need to take forever for your warm-ups. If time is an issue for you, you're gonna wanna get through warm-ups as quick as possible so you can get through your work sets and get into your next lift. And then while you're in your work sets, you can start warming up on your upper body stuff. So I hope this helps put things in perspective on what warm-ups should look like whenever you're pressed for time, or if it's not even pressed for time, you're just wanting to be more efficient in your workouts, all right? Hey y'all, while editing that video, there's one thing that I left out that's real important. If you are doing this by yourself, if you're doing the lifts by yourself and you know that you need a little extra work on technique, or if someone's coaching you or you're coaching, that would be a good time to take more time on the warm-ups, to start hammering out technique issues before you get to your work set. I'm not telling you that you have to do your warm-ups in 5 to 6 minutes. I'm telling you, you can do them in 5 or 6 minutes and they shouldn't take 20 minutes. But if you're working on things, knee slide, driving your hips out of the hole, bending over, the warm-ups are the time to hammer out all that stuff before you get into the work set. The work sets need to be as perfect as possible so you can train most efficiently, okay? All right, hope that helps.